All right, let's start in child's pose. Let's take some deep breaths and let them out on a sigh. Ah. And let's come to tabletop position on your hands and your knees. And we're just going to very lightly hum. Let the sound come out your nose. All right, let's come to a forward fold, but with wide legs. I call this gorilla. And you can sway your upper body side to side. Really relax your neck. We're going to start where we just were and work our way down. Think of the sound coming out the same place as when you were humming. Let's start right here and let's do a slow roll up, one vertebra at a time. Come to a more neutral standing position, feet about hip width apart, and maybe one foot is slightly in front of the other. Tailbone pointing down, space between every vertebra, ears floating away from the shoulders, chest nice and open, and we're going to sing Dark and Stormy Night. Dark and stormy night. Feel it in your chest. Dark and stormy night. If it feels too low, aim it more toward your nose. Dark and stormy night. Dark and stormy night. Dark and stormy night. Oh, low E. That's a little low for me. Let's work our way back up. We're still in a neutral position, but we remember your body is mostly water, so you are fluid and free. You don't have to be still, and you don't have to engage many of your muscles. Let's do a lip trill. Place your hands on the sides of your ribs. Take a breath in. When you let it out, think about your belly button drawing towards your spine. Now think of your ribs expanding to the side instead of your chest expanding up as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, imagine your belly button goes toward your spine. And you might even imagine you get taller. Let's do a lip trill. If lip trills are tricky, you can always try a rolled R. I'm going to go back to lip trill. Starting right here, we're going to try to go up into our higher register. I'm going to keep it on the lip trill for now. When you get to this top note, that top note, go ahead and do a small squat. Very nice. We're going to come down and work our way up a little higher. We're trying to have very little tension in our vocal cords. We're not belting right now. So very little tension to go fully into head voice. In fact, let's speak a few things. Let's speak, hello, and oh, isn't it so cute, and cuddle the puppy. Something like that, that naturally is in a high place and naturally uses your head voice. I like fa la fa la fa la fa. It doesn't matter what syllables you say. Just be relaxed. If you don't say your F and L at the exact same time as I do, that's fine. Fa la fa la fa la fa. Fa la fa la fa la fa. Fa la fa la fa la fa. Every time you breathe, I want you to imagine you are just dropping your belly open down, and that's drawing in the air. You don't have to gasp for it. Nothing in your face, neck, or chest needs to pull in the air. Blow out all of your air. Let your belly button collapse toward your spine. Drop your belly. Fa la fa la fa la fa. Fa la fa la fa la fa. Drop your belly. Fa la fa la fa la fa. 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 That's a high C. That's usually where I top out. I'm going to do a few more in case people are higher singers than me. If I stop singing, I'll keep playing for another... I'll keep playing for another fifth above this, so that's 7 half steps. So here's high C one more time. Fa la fa la fa la fa. 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 Fa la fa. That's G, 2.5 octaves above middle C. If you made it up there, good for you. I'm going to do a belting exercise, but we're going to start by speaking. Belting involves using your chest voice up high. It also involves a little more tension in your vocal cords. Be gentle with yourself. Think about it being about your core, your abs, your belly, your ribs, and not about your neck. If you are not yet to puberty, I recommend you don't belt. I am not an expert in children's voices, but belting is hard on your voice, and children have little vocal cords. Also, vibrato is something that develops with puberty as well. So be aware of that. Let's do some belting. So start out with, hey! Hey! So it can be happy, excited, hey! Or, that sounded kind of angry. Hey! That's more happy. Or it can be a little bit more harsh, like, hey, that's my car. Hey! Hey! So that, I want you to feel exactly how that feels in your belly, because that's what you're going to use. Another thing you can do is you can put your hands just below your sternum and do a lip trill. And you feel that push out on your hands. That is good breath support for what we're going to do. So here's your exercise. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heys. Hey, 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 hey. It can go, do a little Disney smile as you do it. Hey, 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 hey. Or yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah is even better. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 I'm having to open my mouth pretty tall in order to get that sound out. I'm aiming the sound either at my front teeth, my nose, or my cheekbones. We sometimes call that in the mask. As we get higher, it might be more like my eyes. Yeah. And I have a really full barrel belly as I do it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Might try your squat thing on the top too. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I just switched into my head voice, so that's about as high as I can belt. I'm going to go back down and do it a little higher, see if you want to challenge yourself to try to continue belting a little higher. I switched in my head voice around C sharp or D. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 Okay, that was E, about an octave above middle C, and that's borderline belting for me. So good for you if you were up there. I wanted to make this about 10 minutes long. I have about 15 seconds, so you can even try try some monkey sounds to relax your voice after doing that belting, and you should be very warmed up to be able to sing almost anything.